Right, hello there. Hello, hello, hello. There's always something you forget, isn't there? Phone muted. Drink to be poured. Okay, Helium Rain. Interesting looking little space trader. Looks to be more along the lines of X than Elite, which is fine by me. I am firmly of the opinion that there is room for all comers. And I do like the music, I have to say. So, literally, yeah. This is my first proper look. I started the game purely so I could see what the heck I was doing. And just to make sure the damn thing ran. Delete this game forever without a backup. Bye. So, let's get some light. Hey Google, set the bedroom light to 100%.
Sure, setting the bedroom brightness to 100%.
Thank you. Right. So let's go for a new game. So we start with a little rundown of how did we get where we're going. 2092, the Hypatia Space Telescope identifies a gas giant around the planet Beta Hydrae. Interstellar colonial carrier Daedalus leaves Earth orbit. Yikes. Packed with a crew of 9,000, mining gear and scientific equipment to investigate the Hydrae system. It will reach 20% of the speed of light. 2230, ICC Daedalus enters the orbit of Nema. Its moons are barren, desolated wastelands, unable to support life. Pumping stations are built around Nema to extract the valuable gases within. Asteroids are broken up from materials, and colonists establish outposts around the moon. Hey Becky, nice to see you! Literally just starting. And indeed just starting. (2249) Some colonists attempt to return to Earth. You know what? I'm guessing that did not go well for them. Allegedly, this is a nice laid-back space trader. Allegedly. A clash between colonists pushes some of them to attempt to fly Daedalus back to Earth, only to meet opposition from the others. The carrier is destroyed in the flight. Basically, you ain't going home in a hurry. 2250, life goes on. As the colonial government has broken down, the mining and exploration companies remain. With no hope of return to the known world, life goes on in relative peace. I feel relative leaves a lot of wiggle room. So, I think we may have to call this Stratacorp. And let's go with HNT for my hull identifier. Company emblem. What are my options? Quite like that one actually. I can cope with that. So, let's get started. Whee! It's not a very good disguise, Meki. People may be onto me. Now flying hint SLN 0078. You're now flying your personal ship. Ooh. Spaceships feature small manoeuvring engines called the RCS and large orbital engines for acceleration. To move forward, press W. Okay, spaceflight tutorial. Reach at least 30 meters per second forwards. That's nice. Yep, done that. There's no air to brake in space. Your ship will keep its velocity and direction if you don't brake with your RCS. Press S to brake. So I need to be going backwards now at -20. I like that little guide, bottom right. That's nice. Reach a pitch rate of 35% up. Okay. Up, down, left and right. Roll your spaceship left with Q. Whee! And E for right roll. Nice and simple. Probably best stop going backwards given I'm in the asteroid field. Maybe that's just me. Okay, so left shift is up. Okay. And left control is down. Okay, almost there. Move your ship forward before we try some real flying. Yay! Fly to the waypoints. Okay, waypoint chasing. Oh, I'm getting X-Wing flashbacks now. It's an asteroid. Please don't hit it, Linda. Orbit tutorial. Open the orbital map. Oh, that's nice. Select the sector, the depths, and click travel. Then on the orbital map, use the fast forward button to wait for the end. Okay. Ah. So presumably, yes, it would take 3 days normally. Possibly real time. Okay. We have jumped there. Target, okay. Mine, Bestler mine for 3 seconds. Okay. That's the beastie. 2, 3. BB. Nice and smooth. Hi, Fuichi. Sinope. Approach less than 250 meters away from Sinope and stop traveling at less than 2 meters per second. Okie dokie. I'm already targeting that. Let's fly around the ring rather than into it, because that strikes me as deeply unhealthy. No active threat. That's because I'm not there yet. Yikes. I suspect it's going to be deeply easy to stack it. If you are incautious. Thanks. Whoa, okay. Emergency brake, not emergency braking enough. Memo, learn to slow down. Well, first loop of shame. Right. So I aim to get within 250 meters. Bit more cautiously. It does come up on you awfully quickly, I will say. Okay. Approach docking port at less than 50 meters. Okie dokie. I like that when you're changing your not altitude and angle, the mouse cursor, even though I'm not using the mouse to do this, still gives me a lead as to where I'm going. So leave us assume that the big orange thing bring your ship in front of the docking port and reduce the lateral error displayed on your docking computer to less than 5 meters. The easiest way is to aim for the center of the small circle in the hub. Hub? Right. You're melting, Frucci. Yeah, I can sympathise. Oh, hello, I've just discovered Zoom. Let's be going really, really slow. Right. So my lateral error is 6 meters. Oop, that went wrong. 6 meters, 5 meters, okay. Needs to be less than 5 meters. I know what lateral means, I can do this. Bastard is moving. Right, let's hope that the movement is reduced the closer I get. Okay. So my lateral, yeah, okay, so my lateral lower is 6 meters. Space! There we go. Roll error less than 5 degrees. Okay. Roll error currently 149, yeah, let's not. Let's go all the way around the long way. Alignment error to less than 3 degrees. Okay. Ah, okay, right, so I was lining up with the wrong one, that's fine. Dock with the ship. Oh, that went wrong. Okay. I love that you have to get lined up properly. Hello, Chrono. And indeed, Shard Angel. Good to see you all. Right, so having docked, now my next step is undock. Fair enough. And that's in the pay. Oh wow! How cool is that? Sorry, I'm such a sap for this sort of thing. Okay. Undock his middle mouse button. Oh, right, okay. Boots me out. Travel to other sectors and accept a contract. Any other sector? Any sector in particular? Okay. So, I am currently in the depths. Let's go to the farm. Okay. Open the contracts menu. There we go. I'm getting a very strong X feel about this. Oh, you really do not want my character in Coriolis to be doing the piloting, Meki. That's a bad idea. Okay, so military contracts will be offered once you own a fighting force. Okay. So food haulage to the forge, so that's going to be a different sector. Okay, yeah, we'll have that. And food delivery within the farm. So that's going to... the same habitat. Anyone would think this is a tutorial. I like we've got the different corporation names. United Farm and Chemicals is doing this one. This contract will be considered failed if one of the following conditions is met. Megacity Light, I want to say, is destroyed, or declare war on United Farms and Chemicals. Why would I do that? Okay, so let's track that one first. So I need to complete 5 contracts to start with. So it's going to be dock with these guys first. Please tell me that's a docking bay. You know what? I'm getting a strong feeling I probably shouldn't be there. It looks like it ought to be a docking bay, but it also looks incredibly dangerous. Let's see what happens. Actually, I tell you what, I know, let's see what happens if I fly through this really dangerous, scary looking place. Oh, there is no save. Excellent. So out of interest, where are we on settings? Fair play, up, and on. Right, okay, so to get out of that, it's actually load the game. Fair enough. Imminent collision. I think I just took a shortcut through the middle of the station. Let's come down to a really slow speed and not headplant a station. Right, okay. So, oh dear, yes, my lateral error and my roll error are all over the freaking shop, so... You can buy a docking computer, I might. Or I might have a chat with the game and see if it'll talk to my HOTAS. So you can see down towards the bottom of my screen, I need to actually sort out my alignments. Coming in at 1 meter per second, and that just feels fast. There we go. That's my lateral sort of sorted out. My angular error is going the wrong way. No. Whee! It's a nice little easy game, I thought. It'll be really simple by comparison to Elite, I thought. God, was I wrong? And happy to be so, actually. Right. On close approach. No shit, Sherlock. Getting my angular error correct. No. God, this really makes you pay for your mistakes. There we go. Okay, I'm now docked. We are good for an environment. We don't care whose environment, but we're good for it. So, I need to buy and sell 22 food. So, I wonder if that will be fulfilled if I buy 22 food from here anyway. And in fact, 72 food. No, I have to buy from a specific place there. Okay. So let's see if I can buy and sell 22 food from here. So, economy. I'm guessing. Company. Right. How do I buy? Tell me how I buy. Right. Oh right, so that takes you straight to the sector. Ah, right, okay, so I need food. So I would like to buy these. So they have 754 in stock. No. Am I missing something? I have the credits. It's going to be something. There's a trade button. Duh. That's me being silly. This resource isn't sold by the seller. Input resources are never sold. Right. Okay. So what's that other contract? That's at Sunfar Helic Farm at the farm. So I need 72 food in total, 50 to go to the forge and 22 to bring back here. Right. Is Helic. Okay. And oh no. Undock. And then let's track that other contract. That's a bizarre looking beastie. Going backwards very, very fast indeed. Essentially everything is flight assist off. So I was playing also spoke so through on continuous loop. That's how I used to play Frontier. I'd set up specific tracks, so I'd always go into a scrap with pirates to Flight of the Valkyries, for example. Okay, so the stations are all quite close together. Have I turned off tracking on that other one? Okay. Please, sir, can I have a docking port? The answer is yes, I can. I'm going to have to get used to docking, so therefore... Oh, it's up there. Right, okay. Aha! I am now docked at Sunfire Helic Farm. Oh, right! So the different stations are actually attached to the Dirty Great Jump Gate. Right. Meki, you are a very nasty man. Knew there was a reason you fit in. So... let's trade for food. I need 50. I would like 72, please. Oh well, I can do it in units of 10. Fair play. Achievement unlocked. Show me your wares. So... that's the orbital map, and it's that one, isn't it? We need to go to the habitat. Okay. Explains why I was having trouble finding out where I was going, because everything was just a bit closer than I expected. And in fact, almost appears to be don't do that, John. It's me thinking, I wonder if I can get away with flying like this. And the answer is no. No, I can't. Whoa! Okay. Who knew that coming in at 2 meters per second was actually way too quick? Love that they all have different doors. Okay. I have a feeling I'm not lined up properly. In fact, I'm not convinced what I am lined up on. There's the zoom. That's very nice and all that. Oh, stop whinging. That it? Could be it, you know. Let's come in nice and slowly, shall we? Distance 10 meters. Lateral error is 5 meters. Roll error is lots. Right, where do I correct the... Oh, no, not that way. Okay. So the roll error is pants. So, angular error. I was doing so well there. 3. How can you be on 9 and then all of a sudden you're on 3? And vice versa. Bastard. Stupid bloody game. Right, okay. So my roll error is correct. I can't help thinking I'm actually trying to dock at the wrong friggin' port. Distance 20 odd meters. Okay, I am 10 meters away from crashing. Hey, fishy! This is oddly both frustrating and really nice. And I feel it shouldn't be both. And oh my god, why am I going so fast? Okay. Can I just line up with you instead and see what happens? Right, my roll error is off the freaking charts. So let's go all the way round. Twice, apparently. Am I docking? Oh shit, no I'm not. I'm what we laughingly call on the broach. Okay. Lateral error is 5 meters. Yep. Okay. I played Lunar Lander. I feel I ought to be better at this than I am. Memo. Buy docking computer. Then learn to dock when you're not doing it in front of lots of people who are laughing at you. Right. Angular error is, yeah, we know pants. Okay. So the angular error at one point was down to like 6. There we go. That's what spacesuits are for, Meki. Right. Trade. Food packs are produced to sustain the ever-growing population of the Nima colony. People will starve if they can't get some. Ahem. I'm the wrong station. I am. Bats. Okay. Oh god, I've got to worry about fuel. Yikes. Right. Can I buy equipment? Auto docking is available to me. Oh, it's got a research tree. Hello. You can currently research technology to level 1. You have 20 research left to spend in technology. You've already spent 0 research. Research technology. You have researched auto docking for your company. Yeah, thanks, Meki. Oddly enough. You find out the station builders use metric and the ship builders used imperial and she can't dock. Has anyone got an adapter? Instruments. I wish. Okay, what can I investigate? Enable the building of research stations and planetary research telescope. Logistics. Enable the building of outposts, habitations and solar power plants. Be notified of incoming military fleets attacking your current sector or meteorites endangering the station. Meteorites! Oh well, that's something to look forward to. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Right. Please target that one. Ah. Yeah, that would do it. Oh, stop panicking. No active threat, but imminent collision. Can I research headlights, please? I'm not judging. Right. Where on earth am I just going? Okay, where am I supposed to be delivering this bastard to? Megacity. The Megacity light habitat. Right, okay. I know that's not what it says. I don't care. So, that one. And yeah, don't declare war on it. Yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. So, that one. Target. I should now be targeting the right station. That seems to have been the problem. I was targeting completely the... Oh yeah, I was targeting utterly the wrong station. Excellent. I was an idiot. Am I sure I've got the right target? Yeah, I am flying very, very instrument light, I feel. Okay. And I'm flying backwards at 200 meters per second. Stop it! Let me go forwards, please! But not to such an extent that I then plough head first. Okay, so the star presumably represents the fact I've got the contract there. This is a game where I am seriously considering turning my mouse sensitivity down, because I habitually keep it extremely high. Cooling engines, RCS. Yeah, that's more internal monitors than instruments, I think. Don't be going at 90 meters per second. You're way too close to be going at 90 meters per second. Please, please slow down. I need an all stop button with little flip out air brakes. Okay. Whee. Okay. I keep wanting to hit S instead of down. That's better. That's slow. Please be stopped. Just stop, okay? Actually, -1 meters per second actually appeals. There we go. You don't have to get everything absolutely nailed. It does take over for you, but it takes over really late. My mouse sensitivity isn't normally that bad, Fish. But no, I've seen you try and use my mouse, and it's not geared to someone with dodgy hand-eye coordination. Okay, so I want to trade food. I want to trade food from me. Okay. Yay, I've completed the contract. Whoop, whoop. No other available contracts, so the only one I've got left is that one. So I have 50 food on board, and I have to go to the forge and sell to Euphoria Habitat. Where's the forge? There it is. That's 6 days travel. And there we go. No, he's not kidding. He literally can't use my mouse. And that's not me being smug or anything, it's just I keep my mouse ridiculously OTT. This is more what I expect from a sector. Lots of separate stations. Yeah, I thought I put a longer cooldown on that. Let me just get docked, she says optimistically. And I will quickly buzz out to the control panel. It really does come up on you very, very, very quickly. You're pounding in thinking, God, I'm never going to get there, and all of a sudden, station in the face. Coming in at the right angle seems to be a very, 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 very big deal. My lateral error is getting there. My angular error is ridiculous. Go. She looks sagely. Don't try to dock ours first. Git. Okay, memo, don't try and tab out. It does not like it. Worth knowing. So, I need to... I don't need to undock, I need to trade. I want to trade, let me trade. I want to trade food. So, that has made me some money. I do still also have some food. So what other contracts are available? Excellent. Fuel delivery in the forge, tools haulage to Blue Heart, VIP transport to Caden, and VIP transport to Ivy. Dock at Epimetheus hub in the forge. Pick Caden up. This contract will be considered failed if I destroy Despina hub or declare war on Ion Lane. That'll get me 5,000 credits. Okay, we'll do that. We're pretty much going to be taking all of this luck. Transport Ivy from the forge to the crossroads. I wonder how many passenger seats I've got. I wonder if I've got passenger seats. Strap them to the outside in their spacesuits. What do you reckon? Ouch. Actually, just sorting this. How's the stream quality, by the way, guys? Because it's hot weather and my internet is not happy again. Right, so we'll accept the VIP contract for Ivy. Fuel delivery in the forge. They don't care where I get it from. So I need to take it to Thalassa Habitat. And tools haulage to Blue Heart, where I have to buy from a specific place. Right. Sold 21 tools to Miranda Habitat, bought from a low-caste factory. Right, okay. So, let's look at the fuel delivery. Can I buy fuel here? Because that would be useful. 27. Damn. Okay, that's an input. Let's trade the remaining 8 units of fuel. 8 units of food. Right, what do we have in here? Got the steelworks. Got lots of factories. Plastic plants. Do we have anywhere that exports fuel? I like that. Input and output listed. So that outputs steel. Oddly enough, the steelworks output steel. So I'm looking for somewhere that's blue on fuel. No, you're all just takers, aren't you? Then upgrade your ship by docking at this outlet at this station. Hello. Nope. I'm gonna have to find somewhere that's basically called... That's a running shoe. Or possibly a knee pad. Oh, it's a ship that's docked there. Okay. And that's Caden. Huh. Right, so I can't buy fuel here. Well, that's a bugger. So, where do I have to buy those tools from? 21 tools to be bought at Blue Heart. At Low Cost Factory. Okay, let's do that one. So I need the sector info. Low Cost Factory. That's the beastie. So we're gonna go there. I've got auto docking now. I've got auto docking now. Thank God for that. Yeah, I think it's that my internet's having a bit of a turn over the heat again. Whee! She says as her internet completely drops out. What the? An image of Indiana Jones charter flights with Indisat next to a crate of chickens. Ryanair's new business model. I've researched auto-docking, therefore I can auto-dock. Yay! Look, Ma, no hands. How come the computer makes it look that easy? That's cheating. Okay. Right. So I need to trade. Tools. And I need 21. Fine, I'll take 30. Where's Caden coming from? Epimetheus Hub. Right, okay. Low cost outpost. So not low cost forge. So I need to go to Epimetheus Hub. Please don't fly me through a planet. You feel slighted. I am sitting here poised on the emergency brake. I have history with auto-docking. Since techies decided to put up a begging message, I would direct people at the moment to my stream goal, which is to get a copy of The Sinking City, because that looks a little bit along my lines. And at the moment it's just a wee bit more than I can afford. So if anyone wants to see me stream that faster than me waiting for a sale, kicking in for a contribution would be lovely, but by no means expected. really like the look of this game. Once I getting the hang of it, I can see what people meant by it being laid back. Right. Oops. Right, so I need to trade at a Prometheus hub. So I need to pick up Caden. How do I pick up Caden? Ah, I have automatically. Little bit along her lines like Barry, and Barry Allen is a little bit quick. It's a Call of Cthulhu based, well, Cthulhu Mythos based investigative game by the guys who make the Sherlock Holmes games, Frogwares. So Sherlock Holmes, Devil's Daughter and such. They've done a COC game. It looks amazing and the trailers are absolutely off the wall. So, I need to go to Despina Hub. Where the hell is Despina Hub? Is that the lighthouse, or am I just oh, it's at the lighthouse because that's what's highlighted. Duh. Okay. So, sector info. Dock at Despina Hub. Yes, I know. Fortunately, it didn't get reduced to the price I paid for it on Steam. But no, I saw that come up on my game you have wishlisted. Much swearing in the marshes. I can tell you that for nothing. Fortunately, as I said, it's still slightly more expensive than I paid, so I don't feel too bad about that. Right. Trade. Have I just completed the contract and no one told me? Yes. Apparently they hopped on, hopped off and got me 5,000 credits. Whoop, whoop. So I'm up to 16.5. Yay. I can cope with that. Intelligent passengers. So I need to go to Blue Heart next.
A donation. Wow, you are awesome and probably quite cool, so thanks hugely. Rent for July, D.
Ah! Oh! Thank you. Sorry, thank you very much indeed. I hope my stream's still going. Sorry, what did you say? Let me just shift that up. Where are you? Come here. Thank you. Right. Okay, what's confusing you, fish? And yeah, my brain just exploded because thank you so much. I was after a contribution. I was not after the hellfire. So, sooner rather than later, I will be streaming The Sinking City. which has tentacles and wandering around in diving suits and shooting at things with machine guns and all sorts of weird stuff. Right, okay, brain fry, back on here. Right, what am I doing? Okay, so I need to go to Blue Heart. No, I've been from Blue Heart. Have I? Right, okay. So yes, I am travelling to Blue Heart. Oh, a new contract's available. Excellent. Mechiador, I respect your love for tentacles. I can cope. This is so cool. Scanning unknown signal. Got an unknown signal. Hello. I still have no guns. I feel this is not something I should be looking at yet. Oh, funky. You have to line up with the unknown signals. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, but as I said, because I don't have... That's a repair station. Right, okay, let's go for the sector info. Where be we going? We be going to Miranda Habitat. And that unknown signal's getting way too close, actually. I don't like it. So let's get docked before anybody highlighted in red appears. Mecha hentai door. Yeah, I'm not even going to try that one with a run up. I like the stations. Yikes. Please, enough with the little bursts of acceleration. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down, stop. Made me work for that one. Right. Okay. Let's see what we're doing. So we are trading. I need to send my tools. That's cool. Fuel delivery in the forge. I do need to buy fuel, and I have no idea where to buy fuel from. Bloody hell. Oh, contracts a go-go. Attack pirate cargoes. No. So, plastic haulage, yes, I will take. The delivery ones I don't mind doing. I am not doing anything involving combat because I have no weapons. Right. So... I need to sell food in Blue Heart, which is annoying. Okay, economy. I'm in Blue Heart. So, where sells... Let's just stick with stations for now. Who is selling fuel? Shipyards, I'm guessing, won't. Arsenal. Hello, what's going on here? Plastic plants. Got plastic manufactories. Repair outpost. I can upgrade my ship. Let's go and have a look and see if I can pay for any upgrades yet. Don't give me that unknown signal detected lock. Everybody's neutral towards me. For those of you who weren't in right in the opening, this whole game is set in orbit around this gas giant. So all the sectors are portions of the moons and rings. It's a really nice way of doing it. Okay. Let's head into my settings, give me a sec. Right. Okay, what can I trade here? Upgrade. Solan shuttles are meant for carrying around people and supplies. Click on the part to exchange it. Please return only loaded functional parts. Combat damage will void the warranty. Love it. All to little fish bits. So we have engines. Multiple injection regeneratively cooled rocket engine, best used on small fighter craft. Octopus relies on 8 fuel injectors to achieve the best performance and reliability. Compact. Shortened, less subtle version of the reliable Octopus. Coral is a very small and inexpensive RCS. Piranha is an ugly-looking, fragile, yet powerful RCS thruster. So basically better maneuverability, but it's a glass cannon. So those are the only two I've got because I'm piloting a Solan. Currently using threshers. Fair enough. Just happens to look like a spark plug. I'll prove if anything we can toss the models around. I am now flying Sparky. So, how are we doing on the technology front? I have 36 research left, so doing stuff gets me technology research points. Right. Science. I can research science. That's the research stations ones. I like the ability to build outpost habitations and solar power plants. But let's start with... yeah, let's start with logistics. Unless instruments at level 2. Price of technologies will increase at a slower pace, making research less expensive long term. Oh, it's not research as in research in my cockpit, instruments in my cockpit. It's instruments as in improved instruments to do research with. Science deserves lots of exclamation marks. Vigi. Metallurgy unlocks steelworks, arsenals, tool factories, and more. Chemicals unlocks farms and refineries. What exactly are you farming? Mining unlock asteroid mining. Can't actually build them yet, but sorry, pirate tech. Enable capture harpoons and increase capture speed up to 100% for damaged stations. Oh, that's got all sorts of potential. For starters, though, I can't afford it because that would cost me 52 research points. So let's invest in logistics. Right. So what is in this sector? I need food delivery. That's plastics to the boneyard from Blue Heart. So let's track that one. Let's do that one next. So I'm going to Kale plastic plant to pick up 47 plastics. And then I'm going to the arsenal. Okay. Oh, that's a shame, fish. I haven't yet had a go at X4. I hope I can. I'm happy now I've called it Sparky. Right. So I need to take 47 plastics from here. In other words, I've got to take 50 plastics from here. Oh no, these ones I am actually allowed to... Oh, you git! Oh no, 47, not 57. Duh. So let's blow that. How much? Tools and input here. Resource isn't bought by the buyer. Output resources under bought. Okay. So I now need to go to the boneyard to pacify our arsenal. Around a different moon. 16 days. Yay. Yippee for the fast forward button. And then I need to go to pacify arsenal. Everywhere is using bloody fuel as an input, not an output. Game rewards you for X4 for just going out and doing stuff. Unknown signal does seem to be anything you haven't actively docked with. But there are pirates, there are hostiles around. At the moment, nobody knows who I am, so nobody's hostile to me because they've never met me. Which is handy because I don't own guns. I have to check, I may have to research guns. Right. Ooh, I'm at the arsenal. What can I exchange? Oh. I think I'm going to need a better ship before I can actually go to guns. Fuel is an input. Of course it is. Sell 47 plastics to Pirar's Pacify Arsenal. That's where I am. Selling. Thank you very much. Oh, hello, I'm now into the tutorials again. You can develop technologies to increase your capabilities and your company's performance. To develop a technology, you need research points. Companies with a high research value sometimes offer you contracts with research points as a reward. Oh, you'll learn a more efficient way to get research points in the future, but we feel like being sadistic to you. Gain some research points to move forwards. Shipbuilding tutorial. You can buy ships to increase your trading force or defend your estate. Ships are expensive, save some money first. I probably need more than 26,000 credits. You have a damaged ship, because you may possibly have rammed it into a station. Go to the sector menu, click on the repair button on the left of the menu. Requires fleet supply in the station or cargo in the sector. Right, okay. So sector menu and the repair buttons on the left hand side. Is it really? Oh, there it is. Cool. Repairs can take a few days. Wait for the end of the repairs. Oh, I like that. And, well, while I'm here, I may as well do the tutorial. Research a technology. I have. Right, okay, I need to earn some more points. And then I can research a technology and qualify for the tutorial. Right. Be like Agent May, you don't carry a gun, you can always take one off when you get there. Boarding actions don't sound that safe. To me. Maybe that's just me. Repairs in progress. Okay, let's fast forward. Your fleet repairs are finished. Yay. Shipbuilding tutorial. This contract is offered by the NEMA Colonial Administration. Oh, that's actually done as a tutorial. Yeah, we'll do that then. Save 30,000 credits. Okay. So, where am I going? VIP transport from lighthouse to miner's home. He will pay me 3,000 credits. That's a good start. Food haulage from lighthouse to boneyard. So where's Christian? Lighthouse to miner's home. Basically, I want to go to lighthouse. Fast forwarding. I do like that it takes proportionally longer even when doing the fast forward. It doesn't auto swap. I do like that. Twice I rammed a station. Do a pacifist run in X4. Really? No. Pacifist run in X games don't work very well for me. I get carried away and go bounty hunting. Right. So sector info. Where's Christian? Using manual controls will abort docking. My hands are nowhere near the keyboard. That's why I had to do repairs. This is actually remarkably laid back. Nobody's actively tried to kill me yet. If I didn't have auto dock, you'd still be smashing things. Shard Angel, I might have learned how to dock. Never know. Might have figured it out. I am still flinching every time the auto dock does its thing though. So I've got Christian on board. So what else was in this sector? 43 food from the lighthouse to Boneyard, so I need to go to Polyjuice's farm at the lighthouse. Since I'm here. Pull back a bit further, please. Thanks, fish. Can I change the perspective, or is it all cockpit? I don't know, actually. Might just be all cockpit. Once I've docked, I'll have a look at the controls. Flying third person would be quite nice. I'd learn after losing my first ship. The faith you lot have in me is completely underwhelming. Okay. Settings. Yikes, there are quite a few. Toggle HUD, so I can turn that on and off, which is H. Does, however, look like that's just the standard view. Oh, okay. Photo mode. 43 food I need to buy. Okay, that's going to the boneyard. That bugger takes tools around here, do they? I want to sell my tools. Guessing the steelworks are exporting tools. Oh no, tools are an input there. Ah, so let's go to the steelworks and sell these tools I've been lugging around with me. So what do people think of this so far? It's a slightly different thing to what I would normally play. The one aspect of Eve that you enjoyed was that you, the pilot, are basically the ship when plugged in, all sensor and camera data flowing through your brain. Oh, hello, somebody's been reading, is it Brian Lumley, possibly? The Hooded Swan stuff, anyway. Meaty flesh-orientated controls are slow. Yeah, cannot argue that. Right, let's flog these tools. Clear myself a space. Right, what contracts do I have on the books apart from all of them? Ivy's still waiting for a lift. Oopsie. They want fuel. They want food. They want steel. I'm at a steelworks. But they want specific steelwork. Oh no, they don't want specific steelworks. They want 48 units of steel. In Blue Heart. Okay. Damn, steel's an input. Nuts. Power plant. Oh, do you export fuel? Yes, you export fuel! Right, how much fuel do I need? Go in there. Go into the solar power plant. Finally get that one off the books. I'm not sure how long I'd play it for were I actually on my own, but I can see if I had, you know, doing it like this, or if I had voice comms open over Discord or something and I was chatting, then yeah, I can see this killing an evening quite happily. The manoeuvring, yeah, the first thing to do, auto-docking. Ye gods, auto-docking. But it is, I mean, the music's very relaxed and it is, yeah, X1 with prettier graphics, I think is probably as good a guess as any. I rather like it. I can see myself dropping in to complete a couple of contracts. Right. I need to trade. Give me fuel. Like to do 47. Must be 48. Now I'm panicked about my contract. Fuel delivery to the forge. Wants 27 fuel. Okay. But this is the first place I've found that sells fuel. Do I assume that I'm going to need more fuel to trade with people, and this is the first bloody power plant I've found? Let's take a gamble. And take all 50. What are we doing on technology? 10 research left. Obviously I've not yet completed contracts enough. So let's go to Lighthouse. Drop off the food. Oh no, hang on. I've got to go to Boneyard. Okay. Yeah. Relaxing drop in, drop out thing, can see it working, almost like into the dailies only bit of mini games, yeah. Proximity alerts are kind of terrifying. Yeah, this isn't multiplayer. What this is it's a little indie game. Which I only tripped over because I remembered Hintfishy had mentioned it a while ago after the fact, but I tripped over it because I encountered the dev on one of the threads about G2A and pointing out that they've asked for their game to be unlisted. So I discovered it, went and had a poke at it, and thought this looks fun. And I thought it looked particularly fun because it was only a $5 on Steam. Where am I going? Where am I going? I'm going to pacify habitat. As opposed to going to pacify a habitat, which is something else altogether. Yeah, exactly, Chrono. Cheap enough to take a punt on, and I always like supporting the underdog if I can. Is it just me, or do all the stations look like something you'd find in an electrician's toolbox? Excuse me with the dramatic music. No. Oh my god, that's a pirate station. Pirate habitat. Yeah. Okay, let's do the trade and get the hell out of Dodge. So they want food. Bye. Exactly, yeah. A $5 is worth... That's worth a couple of evenings play of anyone's money. Oh my god. I'm just trading with pirates. I don't want to trade with pirates. Not happy about attack, ghost works, shipyards, cargoes. No. Or was still delivery to the boneyard. This contract is offered by pirates. Yeah, I probably should have just read them instead of just going yes, 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 yes. So they want 41 steel. No, let's not do more dealings with pirates than we strictly speaking need. And let's head to Miner's home and drop off Christian, because he's worth cash. Pirate habitat detected. Security alerted. Feed the pirates, then they become your friends. Yeah, okay, yes. I should have noticed that PIRHAB was pirate habitat. Yes, I'm an idiot. File that one off under whoops. Okay. I have contracts. Christian, let's track you. Where am I supposed to be taking you? Where do you want to go, mate? Because it's double bubble after midnight. I try to dock. My engine temperature is 566,000 something. Or it's 560k. I'm either in Kelvin or I am exploding. Without guns, I'm not sure security's getting very far. Maybe they're all unknown combat specialist. They've just put rams on the front of their ships. Yes, the pirate stations in X3 are fantastic. It's all who are, matey. Welcome aboard this pirate station. Right. I wish I knew where I was getting dropped frames this evening. I think it's just heat. We can't believe anything the computer tells us anyway. The computer is your friend. Trust the computer. Excellent. You can order ships at shipyards. Dock your ship at the Blue Heart shipyard. Order them. Make them sound like magazines. And join the ship club. Every month you will get a ship. Right. Do I have any contracts in this sector? I'm in Miner's Home, so that's Lighthouse, Blue Heart, and the Forge. So what can I buy? I need food. And I need steel, and I need water. So what can I trade here? Nothing. Just fleet supplies. Excellent. Fine. In that case, I'm going to go back to the Forge, I think. Get that one off the books because I've had that since the get-go. And the orbital map. Actually try hitting travel, you idiot. There we go. I keep looking at Paranoia, the new version-ish, and I just don't know, because I would like to either run or play it, but obviously some kind of horrible disaster would prevent me. There are several ships buzzing around here. I like that you can read what's in your cargo bay. Oh wow. Crash zoom! Dun 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 dun. Sector info. Let's see how fast it can slow down from. Oh, quite well actually. I suppose you have the advantage that you've already got the old version. I could borrow your books. Yay. Confirm transfer. Yay. Right. So I need to either dock at the Blue Heart shipyard or see if I've earned enough points for technology yet. I have 49 in technology. Yay. Right, let's research science so I can research research stations. Yeah. You have researched science. Yay. Cool, cool. So that means that when I come to build stuff, presumably I can build research stations, which is going to make life easier for me. And I've got 16 points left over, which is no good. Well, not for now, anyway. Contracts. Food delivery in Blue Heart. Steel delivery in Blue Heart. Does anyone sell food or steel in this sector? Steel is input's going to be, isn't it? Oh no, steel is output. Oh right, okay, we'll go there then. Yeah, left a bit. Gonna cut that a bit closer. First, you've got the first and second edition in PDF, first in print. Good lord. How many times have you actually run it, Fish? Vapor trails left behind that asteroid. It's kind of cool. Many times, but not since you were in school. Oh, you ran into a lot at school. That would explain a lot. Right. Give me all your steel, please. Or at least as much as the contract needs. How much do you need? 48. Okay. Yes, please. Right. So I want to go to Blue Heart. Well, it wants me to go to Blue Heart and open up the tutorial anyway. So I may as well track that one, head to Blue Heart. Stop closing the menu before you've actually travelled, Drut. Thank you, thank you. So, Miranda Arsenal I need to go to. I suspect that's unlike New Med. I think your list of things to run or play at the moment consists of, in no particular order, Paranoia, Oren, Godsend, Dusk City Outlaws, Scion, Ensemble. Sheesh. Yeah. You have my sympathies, both of you. There are so many games in my oh, I want to run that list. I mean, I want to run Deadlands. I want to run Deadlands Noir. I want to run Cyberpunk. Ideally, before I pick up Red as soon as it physically comes out. Yeah, I know. It's just, you should see my drive-through library, Chrono. It's tragic. It really is. It's not as bad as Fish's, but it's still pretty damn tragic. I'd like to run All Flesh Must Be Eaten again, for which I have at least 2 variants. I badly want to run Call of Cthulhu. I want to run 1.5, which is one of Fish's games. No, there, trade. You want fuel you want, or is it steel? Right, cool. Okay. So, I want to dock at the Blue Heart shipyard. Because it won't stop whinging at me until I get there. All Flesh Must Be Eaten. It's Unisystem, isn't it, Fish? Affenby. But it's basically a toolkit to let you run almost any zombie game you want. With any kind of zombie. There's a zombie customization toolkit in there. Really, really good. I have run it. I had tremendous fun involving zombies which were created via the use of face cream evolved from Nazi scientists at the end of World War II. which meant you had these really beautifully well-preserved looking zombies who unfortunately did also want to eat your brains. So that was in the late 40s I ran that, or the setting, not when I actually ran it. What do I need to do? Order a small freighter, okay. Nope, wrong one. How do I order a ship? All flesh must be eaten. I ran Eternia. Eternality. That was it. That was the face cream. It was called Eternality. So yes, the one in the 40s ended up with a shipment of face cream, all of them being stopped as they left the depot, but unfortunately one actually crashed and went into a river. So skip ahead to the 70s and you are in instead of All Flesh Must Be Eaten, the first part was called All Flesh Must Be Fabulous. The second part was All Flesh Must Be Funky, which involved zombies assaulting a party held by a disco DJ at the top of a tower block, which featured the best use of drumsticks I've seen in a while. And then All Flesh Must Be Finished was the post-apocalyptic one, which unfortunately went a bit south because we kinda lost players and people left. Yep, I definitely, I started the zombie apocalypse with face cream. And yeah, All Flesh Must Be Funky was the warriors with zombies. Which led to, I think, everybody just on the dance floor. I think Fishy's sister and her best friends were playing band members. So I think the best friend grabbed the drumsticks and was just impaling zombies through the top of the head with a drumstick. It was fun. COC, I tend to run the version from BRP, based on BRP. So yeah, it's the percentile system. But it being one of mine, frankly, you don't actually make rolls all that often. 6th edition is my absolute favourite. I think that's where they hit the sweet spot. Everything was nicely laid out so you could actually find things, and that was just nicely done. You can get down with the drumsticks. Yeah, I could see you going for that night. Yeah, that was Shmee. That was little Haley. Who did that with the drumsticks. Okay. Oh, how do I order a small freighter? Open the shipyard details. Okay. Did I miss? I did. Order a light ship. Heavy fighter. The Omen Freighter, also known as the Brick, a robust, fast and effective ship. It's the backbone of trading companies. Trading ship with 200 cargo units. Okay. So I will order a small freighter, since everything else is a fighter. Ship construction may be long and may require additional resources to start if they're not already in stock. Make sure production started and continue playing until your ship is ready. Okay. Waiting for resources, 156 fuel. Excellent. So if I want them to build my ship, I need to fuel them. Are there any power plants in this sector? Shipyard, habitat, refinery, outpost. Right, okay, orbital map. Is it Lighthouse? Yes, has the power plants. So they've got 60 in stock. And that one's got 2,900. Okay, yeah, we'll go to that one then. It's a larger thing. So we're going to the lighthouse. And then we're going to Sponde power plant. Some of it's just a remake because they wanted to sell more rulebooks. I am looking forward to Slay. I really am. Yeah, you can build your own stations. I can't yet because I haven't researched the technology, but I can research and build my own stations. So theoretically, you can do probably a bit quicker than you do in X. The various X games, you can set up your own stations supplying your needs. And the industrial stations around you. The thing is, that's when pirates kick in. And that's why you need to build protective stuff and buy fighters and cover and early warning systems. I'm certainly not going to argue. In a couple of hours you can go from 0 to, well, I'm building a freighter now. So I already had some fuel. I would like to buy more fuel, please. So I can take 100 units in total. So going back to Blue Heart. Not what I actually did. Rest is okay. Idiot. New contract available. Attack United Farms and Chemicals cargoes. No. Simple as. Not happening. Right. I'm in Blue Heart. And I'm going back to the Phoebe shipyard. So I can sell them some fuel. So they'll start making my freighter. You know my concerns regarding auto-docking? Up a bit? Up a bit? Just cutting that a little bit close. I could have got out and walked. Whew. Yeah. I think we're definitely looking at some transfer there, Knight. Yeah, that's fine. It's probably much as 10 meters. I'm not convinced there was that much. I was looking at the curve coming underneath me. I thought at some point my alert's going to go off. Okay, so I want to trade my fuel. All my fuel, so how are we doing on the details there? I've ordered a ship. Oh wow, they're building ships for other people. In the queue, Solon for Broken Moon. In the queue for 20 days so far, an Omen for Drutacorp. Omen for United Farms and Chemicals. They need fuel. Omen for they're building a dragon for Iron Lane. So they are still in need of fuel. which is fine by me because I know where to get it. So we're going back to Lighthouse. It's only 2 days away. Oh, idiot. All cocky then, click the wrong button. I can set up trade routes. Cool. When I get extra ships, I will set up trade routes. Spondy was quite good. Let's go there. Yeah, I didn't feel entirely safe with that auto dock. It really is very, very warm in here. I can only imagine that's the only reason that I think my internet's having turns. Though allegedly it could be OBS. I mean, I'm supposed to be using hard limited frame bitrate, and it keeps vipping up about 500 above. Very strange. Right. Give me all the fuel. Yes, I'll have 100, please. Because if nothing else, that's a halfway decent fuel route. And then back to Blue Heart, and hopefully... Omen ordered at Blue Heart, but it's missing some resources, so I need to get back there. And dock at the shipyard. Really is, at the moment, a very chill game. Working out logistics without being quite the spreadsheet simulator. There is an economy. I can look up at the sector prices of things, but at the moment I'm not too bothered about that. I'm just interested in, am I making a profit at all? I'm assuming that player action does affect the prices, which would be a very X model. And no argument there. Good. Himself a couple of thousand. Fine by me. Have a look at the station details. In production, in the queue. Construction starting soon. Still in the queue. But it started, so they've got the resources now to actually start building the ships in their queue. I love I'm not the only person in the universe. That really, really appeals to me. So, back to contracts. Available contracts. Oh boy. Not kidding, are you? I'll live in Blue Heart. If there is one for... Oh, thank God for that. It's not for the place I've been bringing fuel. Well, I'll do that because I know exactly where to go. They want carbon in Lighthouse. Now I've got to go to carbon to Lighthouse to pick up the fuel. Food haulage, water delivery I can cope with. I'm not attacking anybody. You've had that on your chips. Multiple carbon deliveries to Lighthouse. Okay, they really are desperate. Right. I'm not being Fallout 76. The only person in the universe all alone. Yeah, that's just... I didn't jump on board that game. I like Fallout. But I wasn't desperate to so do. I think it's an interesting idea, but I think the implementation was a bit ballsed up by the sounds of it. Orbital map, please. Or indeed, sector info, because I need someone that sells carbon. So they sell it, but they haven't got any. Produced at refineries. Are there any refineries? There are refineries. So you have 4. This is going to be annoying. You've got 2. Feeling picked on now. This might take a while. Yes. And the new patch does sound like it will be an improvement. Yeah, I saw about that. We can but hope. They're fun games, and they deserve to do, you know, they deserve to do as well as anything. So, Fishy and Knights, did you see my response to Fishy's suggestion on Twitter that we split midweek multiplayer this week between, say, Siege and Strange Brigade? You guys are up for that? I think Strange Brigade does sound interesting and completely wonky. Give me all your carbon. I want all your carbon, please. Right, where else sells carbon? That's where I'm docked. God, they've only got 2. I need about 40. It's going to take a while. Why are people discussing the creation of killer nanobots? Pacifism nanobots. Now that I can get behind. However, I should have earned something for technology now. So I can look into my next level. So long as they're mine. Shard, I have concerns over you. I'm getting worried now. Nanobots that send all the pirates into some kind of blissed out state. Right. Give me your carbon, please. Because I need about 30, at least. Oh god, they want 50. So yeah, I need 89 carbon. I've got 6. One consignment of lotus fruit for pirate habitat. Yes. That I can see. Because they are totally lacking in any form of chill. Right. That's a very personal question, Mecky, and it varies according to the pirate. Everyone has their inner mad scientist. I attract the weirdest people. I like it. Right, okay, so... She's waiting for me in the forge, and she's been waiting for me for freaking ages. Let's head to the forge. And pick up poor old Ivy, who's presumably standing there getting really arsey with me. Hey, Jick! Come join the talk about mad science. From my heart and from my when people understand. Weird science. Okay, where am I going? Where is she waiting for? Oh, she's waiting there. Okay, hi. The series actually wasn't terrible. The film was cracking, though. I absolutely adored that one. Just the right end of nasty. Had that chap who was in is it all the Motley Crue's music videos? The one who made a career out of playing sort of, you know, Hills Have Eyes, Mutants. I just remember him pitching up at the party going, can we not tell anyone about this? I don't want to lose my teaching job. Having pitched up as a mad biker. And Jick, yeah, I had a chunk of that song chopped out for my ringtone as well at one point. I also tend to use the alert from Gun and Sword. Don't just randomly accelerate, please. You're giving me conniptions. Thank you. And Ivy has finally been docked. Yay. What do you sell? You don't. Are there any refineries in this area? Are there? Hell. Right, what else do I need to ship? Ivy needs to go to Crossroads. Okay, what else do I have? Fuel from Lighthouse to Crossroads. I have to buy from a specific place. So I may as well go to the Lighthouse, pick up the fuel, and then head to Crossroads and drop off both the fuel and Ivy. Lighthouse first then. Where do I need to pick it up from? Anthe Power Plant. Off we go. The Dan of Thursday sting from Gun and Sword is great. Why can't everyone just accept teachers are people too? Crazy people, but still people with interests. Hey, one of the guys on our Tuesday sword group is a maths teacher. He quite enjoys coming on Tuesdays because it gets all his pent-up frustrations out. I've had a couple of fairly legitimate monstrous teachers. And think one was finally broken by the fact that no child in her entire career pronounced her name correctly. So I kind of feel sorry for Mrs. Blog, who would actually hold you after class if you called her Blogs. Right. Now I want to go to Crossroads. Oh no, I had teachers who would throw complete blue wobblies at you. Right, we are going to... Oh. Oh. Okay. Time to turn on. Everything. Where the hell is everything? Oh, my contract's at Crossroads. Sell to the Helium Research Station at Crossroads. Well, I thought I was. Oh, I didn't fast forward enough. That's better. So I literally was in the middle of nowhere. Was that the Axis outpost? Right, let's get rid of Ivy. Oh wow. So yes, I'm around a completely different moon now. You can see. Oh whoops, sorry Jick. The French teacher assigned homework, and when I asked if she wanted us to write the answers in French, she told me no, everyone else in class needed to. I needed to write them in Japanese, so I did. What? And you got marked down for her being sarky at you. Charming. Fair enough, Jake. I'll have a look in Discord in a bit. That's no moon. That's really, really big moon. There's a big old moon. Right. So where the devil am I going? My contracts. Fuel haulage to Crossroads. I need to go to the Helium Research Station. Key. Ivy's gone. Yay. So let's go to Himalaya. Thank God I don't have to worry about ship's fuel. It's a giant ball of ice cream and it tastes like vanilla rum. I hate you, Meki. Now I want vanilla rum. Oh, what Star Wars Saga Edition? Ish. Yes, you need to. We need to recreate. Oh God, brain fry. It really is too hot in here. Star Wars. Good. Help me out here, Fish. My character name has just completely fled my forebrain. I'm sorry, I think you can probably get this on the middle pages of the Ann Summers catalogue. Right. You guys want my fuel, don't you? Yay. So carbon, can I get carbon here? Probably not. I can get very little here because it sucks. This place is awful, we don't like it. So they want food. So the Depths and Blue Heart both want food. Where do I get water from? Power plant in Lighthouse wants water. Get water. Tools, fuel, electricity. Okay, where do you get fuel from? Produced by oil reduction or fuel combustion. Main use is fuel production through electrolysis. So I need to look at mining places, presumably in refineries. None of which I have here. Of course I don't. Kadu Dogman. Sorry, yes, I completely glitched out on her name. I remember the name of her ship, which was the Crystal Dreamer. But for some reason, I could not remember her name. Worryingly, I remembered what it meant, just not what it was. She was the Ghost's shadow. Clearly a hard light side character in Star Wars. Right. Where are we going to go? Does anyone have a specific pickup from here go to here? This is looking like a nope. They want food, they want water, they want tools. Does anyone sell tools here? And they want fuel. Right. Trade 21 plastics. Do we have available contracts? Water delivery to Lighthouse. Well, I'm already doing that. So we'll take another one. Food haulage to Blue Heart. Just pendulum. Oh. Hello. Well now. I spy a plot hoving into view. You are summoned by the Nima Colonial Administration to a meeting on the Pendulum Project. Please dock at one of the habitation centres of the Blue Heart sector. Yeah, it's bizarre. I have absolutely no idea where her character sheet went, but I know what she was, so she's going to be a doddle to recreate. Right, let's go to Blue Heart and see what this pendulum thing is. With that, we're looking for habitats. Let's go there. Oh, the mod abuse fish. Kadu is a female Rodian, originally hailing from her species homeworld of Rhodia. Her ambition is to be the owner-operator of a bounty agency run according to her own slightly odd morals. There's nothing odd about her morals. She just had some. All live takes, selected bounties. Kate is force sensitive, with her talents mainly running towards sense, but has no interest in the Jedi code or lifestyle. Yeah. She had absolutely no time for the Jedi at all. So yes, it's very nice, nothing to do with her. Heavily into stun guns. Yeah, left a bit, or even right a bit. I'm unconvinced about the placement on this docking pylon, you know. Way too close to that side. Oh, God! Who had the Crystal Dreamer then? But yes, she did have the Blue Spectre. Which presumably she got back after your sister nicked it. Right. Pendulum. Dock at a habitation centre in Blue Hearts. Done that. Thanks for attending this meeting. As you may have observed, the Spire, our only source of gas, can't match our needs anymore. We need to build a new orbital extractor. However, the Spire was built before the war, and all the knowledge disappeared when the Daedalus carrier was shot to pieces. Your help is needed to build a new one. Please start reverse engineering the Spire so we can learn more. Visit the Spire. Okie dokie. Where's the Spire? Let's go do the plot. Okay. Am I at the Spire? No, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Inspect the Spire in detail to gather information about its materials and construction methods. Our agent attached transmitter beacons on the structure to not let me read the rest of that. Hang on. On the structure to help you locate valuable data.
Someone has decided to follow you. No, I don't know why either, but enjoy it while it lasts.
Thank you for the follow. You're going to be called Fen unless I can take a run up at that name. Yes, that was the ship I gave your Sulastan. That's what I gave in Saint Selena. Okay, so inspect the pipe at the reference point A in the Spire. So that's where we're going. Do I get to look at the reference points, or do I just treat that as... Yeah, okay. So we're actually into free flight now. Probably don't want to be approaching this at like 100 meters per second, because that's just rude and is going to get me killed. Really slow down. Really, truly slow down. More slowing down. Even more slowing down. Okay. So just as well I practiced how to do the docking, and I'm classy at it. Signal alignment 74%. Signal distance too far out. Okay. And there's 70 degrees on that. And I need to be closer. I don't think I necessarily need to be headed towards that. Oh shit. Oopsie. So I'm too far away. Inspect the pipe at the reference point. Okay, so that's actually a pump. Oh, stop whinging. What are you? Ugh! Okay, don't just randomly hit the ghost stud, because you will die horribly. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really don't need to be that close, do I? Probably also don't need to be going that fast. So right, it's the pipe I'm actually supposed to be on. Okay. Imminent collision. How close do I have to get to this damn thing? Oh, stop whinging. $500 out. It's a pipe. How hard is this? Apparently very is the answer. Now I'm close enough. Now I'm too close. Too close, too close, too close. There we go. No, stop! Stop, stop, stop moving. Stop with the moving forwards. There we go. Hands away from the mouse. Cool. So I'm looking for reference point B, which I'm guessing is not this way. There we go, in this direction. Rather like this. It's actual honest to goddess flying. Ah! And if you're going too fast, you will die horribly. I need to be what, in 200 meters? Or 100 meters even. There we go. Stop. Ooh, do not come off target. I can imagine doing this under fire would be a challenge. %. Please don't have anybody come and attack me. Come on. So yeah, lining up for the signals is much like lining up for the docking. Makes sense, I suppose. You've got the system, you're going to use it multiple times. There we go. Inspect the counterweight attachment in the spire. Which I think means I'm pointing at the right direction. Probably don't actually want to be on top of it quite that badly. Is that the counterweight? That's presumably the counterweight. The sucking grate. I don't think I want to fly through that. That's big. Got an asteroid hooked up as a counterweight. It's fantastic. Oh my god, you're petty. Right. So there, so it's actually the counterweight attachment. It is indeed the counterweight attachment I need. Helium 799. That's not bad, is it? One of the few games where I discovered that you could steer in 0G using a fire extinguisher. And it let me get away with it. God dear. There needs to be a silence button like on the smoke alarms of the "yes, I heard you" variety. Okay. Does that improve the signal strength? Yes, it does. Yes, I keep forgetting I own it, fish. %. Tell you what, this game really does have quite pretty graphics, doesn't it? I mean, it's not Elite Dangerous, I will say that. But what they have done very nicely indeed. %, 72%. I'm getting closer. I think this thing has its own gravitational pull. Probably does, actually. It's bigger than me. Ah, no! Lost alignment. No, don't do that. Don't make me do it again! Okay, fortunately, I'm recovering what I lost very quickly. Okay, memo. Don't just leave it and bugger off. You'd forgotten I owned it. Steam reminded you. There we go. Okay, inspect the other one. Where the hell am I looking? Really doesn't pay to go too fast. Really doesn't. Is it that one? No! God, that's a bloody rock. Come on, drat, you idiot. Oh, right, okay, it's that one. Love the idea that they've lost the technology for how to just randomly harness asteroids. Because I think we're looking at a bit more than just a grapple here. Yeah, alright. Someone hit the red button in the middle. It's fine. I love that there's weave on the cable. Wow, you really do pick up fast. Inspect the counterweight cables. Okay, where am I looking? Over there. And a couple of clicks away. Well, this is funky. Didn't know there was an actual plot. Oh, have I just gone past? Probably best to slow down and try and sort my life out on this. Right, so I'm headed this way. That's fine. %'s cool. That's alright. They're making me work for my money here. Yeah, don't fly into the cables. Probably your best bet. There we go. Do with being a bit closer. Oh, stop whinging for goodness sake. It's all fine. It's absolutely fine. I'm 100 meters away from high tension cables of ancient technology supporting a sodding great asteroid at one end and an explosive gas mine at the other. What could possibly go wrong? Answers on the postcard. Okay. Inspect the counterweight station installation. So, guessing that. That and a bit slower, ideally. This is one of the few games where I've really felt inertia was a thing. Starts clearing the sector. Yeah, thanks, Greno. Right, inspect the extraction module in the spire, which I'm apparently really close to. Probably shouldn't have parked up here. The inertia thing's why you mentioned Helium, yeah. Yeah, I think it's do the contracts around the job, around the actual plot. That suddenly makes me way more likely to come back to this on a regular basis. So that is very X, then. Underlying plot, and you're doing contracts around it and building up your resources in order to be able to perform the next part of the plot. I can cope. Can I improve the signal? Not by doing that, I can't. Where do I need to orientate myself? The pipe attachment in the spire. Now, where was the pipe again? Still not happy about the idea of flying through the vapor trails. Don't think that will end well for me. I'm kind of parked between two huge flowing trails of gas. I feel so safe. Okay. Nearly there. Right, this is great. Come back to our scientists in Blue Heart. Dock at Habitation Centre in Blue Heart. Okay. So, back to Blue Heart we go. Renew contracts available. No, do I really want to go to a pirate hab? Not really. Are there any non-pirate habs? Have I just been researching this for pirates? I have, haven't I? I've been researching the explodey gas pipeline with huge mass block on the end on behalf of pirates. Okay, Jick, what have Iceland done to both annoy you and cheer you up? Thanks, fish. The data you brought back will help us understand how the spire was built. We need you to transform this knowledge into a usable technology to build a new space elevator. Okay. They had Mars ice cream on offer. You no longer have Mars ice cream to eat. I don't care. I couldn't eat Mars ice cream anyway. However, I do have ice cream in the freezer. I have safe ice cream. Right. Unlock orbital pumps technology and unlock science technology. Okay. Well, science. So, orbital pumps. Can I make orbital pumps? I can, but it takes 131 research, so that's not happening in a hurry. Unlock pumping modules for orbital pumping stations. That is so cool. Happy with that. Yes, we like that. Sorry, artifacts. There are artifacts. There are only 10. Huh. Cool, cool. I can never remember fish. I can never remember how to edit the quotes. Is it quote edit? As opposed to edit quote. Right, okay, where are we on contracts? Oh my god. Come on with it, come on. You've not seen nothing like the. Okay, he wants to go to the spire. He's in Blue Heart and wants to go to the spire. Okay, well that's easy enough because I'm here. She wants to go from Blue Heart to the depths. So, okay. I'll take all the deliveries. I'm not taking any attacks just yet. Lucy wants to go from the spire to Blue Heart. Okay, we go to the spire second. And then we buy fuel everywhere. So, Quinn. He's at the Plastic plant. Let's go get. Oh my god. Which was quote 3. Oh my god, Vampire the Masquerade, yes. Yes, that was when, god. The company rep turned up in my chat. That threw me. Onyx Path guy wandered in and started talking about at what point the vampires, whether they'd respawn or not in the area I was in. That was kind of, oh, hi. I remember them being peeved, they just missed the beach house. Old hat. No. Don't be silly. Right, who else did I need to pick up? Where's Sharon? She's at the power plant. I think we may see why Blue Heart is called Blue Heart. Right up close to the gas giant. Fish, I'm never going to get blasé about reps turning up in my chat. Shut up. But then I still, both on Twitter and on Twitch, I get a little bit like someone walking home late at night from the club whenever I get a new follow, because it's, you know, who are you and why are you following me? Because, you know, I'm boring. Oh yeah, the guy who actually wrote a nude. Yes, discussing the floating tree. I like that game. I've only played it off stream since. Because people don't need to be introduced to that level of swearing. Right, who needed fuel? The Kale plastic plant needs 37 fuel. How many fuel deliveries have I got for Blue Heart? So Miranda Arsenal and the Kale plant need fuel. I'm theoretically at a power plant. They have no fuel. Thanks. Fine, okay. I'll just deliver my people then. So she wants to go to the depths and he wants to go to the spire. So let's send her to the depths first. I can find the depth. Oh, there they are. Omen ordered at Blue Heart, missing resources. Get. They'll probably want fuel as well. Closest you ever came to something like that was having the guy who wrote GX GM it on your channel. Fish, have you ever considered that you put yourself down way too much? And that's coming from me, frankly. I think, having been going... God, have I been going for 3 hours? How's that happened? I'm going to drop off my passengers. Considered it, dismissed it. You think the quantity's spot on. This is why you have people around you to tell you that your judgment is flawed. Yeah, let's drop off the kids. And before I get into the next round of what contract sends me where, I will head off. Oh, that's pretty. I love all the branded stations because every single thing is corporate. There are no government factions. Mechy, not a term I use, but one I do know. Don't be silly, I won't. Obviously. Water delivery in Blue Heart said they want 25 water, which is lovely for them. Oh, that's the one I'm tracking because I was on Sharon. VIP transport, Lucy. VIP transport, Quinn. Where am I picking Lucy up from? Oh, she's in the spire and he wants to go to the spire. So yeah, let's drop him off at the spire, pick up Lucy, and then I'll call that for the evening. So... the spire is clinically creepy. I think Albion Prelude grabbed me the most. Of the X games. Don't know why. And for you, Fish, that's positively restrained with X. I've done that in a week. Ah, targeting the Naiad methane pump. Powered entirely by Naiad farts. My god. You need to get back to Albion Prelude. Did you ever finish that? Because I know you've played it multiple times. You're not fooling anyone with the pictures of the Christmas trees, you know. Right, so I've dropped off Quinn, so yay. Lucy. In the same sector. You never finished either Terran Conflict or Albion Prelude. You got too caught up in the sandbox and stopped playing the storyline. I ran into the wall of the Terran ships when I was playing Albion Prelude. Because the Terran ships are king nasty. I got my arse comprehensively handed to me. So I had to wander off and power up elsewhere. Humans, vicious little buggers. Definitely believe in working by natural lighting. Please stop doing random acceleration. It really is very worrying. Right. So, drop Lucy off in Blue Heart. Oh, so if I do that, I can just go all the way around and restart at Blue Heart, which is where most of my missions need to go from. Okay. At least it's not a pirate station. I think that's the problem you have with the Dangerous these days. They're shifting it from sandbox to storyline. Yeah, I can kind of see your point there. I do still like playing the sandbox element though. And I will figure out asteroid cracking in the mining. I haven't yet. I've figured out how to do the buried resources though, so that's a start. Human. I haven't had anybody come along to tell me I'm playing it wrong. But I'm not you, so I'm not going to say you haven't. I haven't had it myself. Fortunately. Because swearing at people rarely goes well. Right. I've got a lot of lists of things to do on the books. I think I've given this a nice little run out. And it still seemed to auto-save on a regular basis, so I'm fine with that. There isn't a wrong way to play Shard Angel, but some people think there's a right way to play and they get impatient with you if you don't play it their way. Essentially. So, thank you very much for swinging by this impromptu little stream of Helium Rain. I believe it is still currently a $5 on Steam, otherwise it's £7 and change on GOG. which would be my preferred platform for getting it. Yeah, it's a hot and horrible evening, so I think it's a nice way to kind of calm down after a bit of a gacky day. Yeah, it is. It's a fun one. I like it. So, I will bid you a good night or good evening. I have no idea. I don't know where I am. Yep, good night. And see you guys around hopefully on Wednesday. Since tomorrow I will not be streaming, I will be waving swords around. So, good night. Farewell. And let's see if I can persuade my computer to not overheat into oblivion. Later.